Okay, boys and girls, I've got about 4 minutes left here. And let me just make a couple of quick points, if I may. We've had such fun here. I've learned things from you guys every cotton picking night. I'm amazed at the depth, the understanding, the experience, the reasoning power, the humor, and the tears. We started doing this in October of 1992. Consider this. I'll have dinner with my family tonight, and that's when my family will find out about this. The wife knows. My son was 7 when I first joined you here. My daughter was 3. Now my son is 32, and my daughter she was about to be 28. Back then, Bill Clinton was about to win his first term. 9/11 was still 9 years in the future. And the first night I walked in here, you know how much experience I brought with me? Now, I'd done public affairs show on the zoo. I'd taken over the zoo's Sunday morning public affairs show. But I'd had a max of 1 week of actual talk show experience on what then was News Talk 57 WFAA. But I'd never been more than a few feet away from a record in case I needed one, in case I ran out of something to say. And the first Sunday night, Monday morning that I was in here, of course, it was a completely different studio. It was at our Carpenter Freeway complex, or by Mockingbird. Great old studio. But I had a max of 1 week talk show experience, and all the stuff that has happened, all the proliferation, the amazing way that the internet has supplanted and helped talk radio. Of course, by the same token, talk radio has changed in the sense that there was a time before Twitter, before Facebook. If they had something they wanted to say and they wanted to get it off their chest, they called a talk radio station, and it made for very impactful, very exciting, very intense talk radio. But much of that intensity has been filed away into people's phones. I mean, why sit on hold for 20 minutes when you can go ding, ding, ding on a phone and put your stuff up there and have a bunch of hits? I mean, that's the direction things have gone in. But the thing that I've loved, and the one thing I always wondered about, I thought, I'd really like to be able to do a show sometime where the phones ring off the hook and and I can control it, or I can make it happen at will. And it turns out that's what the trivia show was. And you know one of the reasons I've stayed here as long as I've stayed? Because this trivia program was so much fun, and I always told you it was recess for grown-ups. It was also recess for Charley. Getting to do the trivia show with the movies and the trivia and the fun and the goofy stuff and the stuff we find out, what we watched, what we've seen, what we appreciated, what we dreaded, what we desired. At the end of every week, I could clear all the decks, all the aridity, all the disenchantment. I can get all that stuff out of the way and have one terrific, just plain pure radio experience. And calling radio, man, there's nothing like it. And if it hadn't been for you guys, I don't know how long I would have done this. But having that carrot of the trivia show at the end of every week made all the difference in the world. Which means that you guys are directly responsible for my success here. I always wanted a show where the phones ring off the hook and do all that stuff, and you guys made it happen for me. And I deeply appreciate the honor of being able to serve you guys, because I got so much out of it all at the same time. And on that happy note, boys and girls, that's it for Texas Overnight. Thank you so much for the input and the output and the throughput, without which this program would not exist. So, take yourself through this day with a good attitude. Be kind to the people that you meet. If you can manage it safely, always tell the truth, because that way you don't have to remember anything. Do keep a good thought for me and my family. I'll keep a good thought for you and yours. And until next time, I'm Charlie Jones. Y'all take care.